Because this
Fuck you and your tweets.
takes us into being live. Screw you and your unappreciation, disappreciation, lack of appreciation for my tweets, Harry.
Lack of English.
Fuck you and fuck your tweets.
I can't believe you used Twitter.
I will slap you with a table.
I just opened up the stream. What the fuck is that shirt, Dan?
It's covered in doodles and things. It's just a blue shirt that someone's had at with a Sharpie, and then reprinted several times in order to make their money, and probably only made about a $5 off of it across the whole series of the run. Anyway, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day.
Dan, you look like a toilet wall. If you turn around, I bet you there's a small scribble somewhere saying "Times ring Jeff" and a mobile number.
I might look like a toilet wall. You smell like a public toilet. What a pair. Anyway, moving.
It's a urinal.
You don't have your whole entire stuff.
Oh, I haven't got the thingies live, have I? Thank you for that.
Nope.
You are live though.
The reason being is that I also use this setup to record the games that I play, as I am too lazy to write notes. So I instead record them, then watch them back later and write my notes off the back of the recording. And we
Lazy
are...
bastard.
Hey, it's efficient.
I thought you were British, not American.
The amount of your time you spend watching
Hey,
videos.
Yes, that's right. I go back and I spend time watching videos of myself playing a game of D&D just so I can write down notes of my character playing that game of D&D. All right, it's easier than trying to do it part of the session and losing my immersion because I basically play an
Dan.
anime character. Yes, dear.
Could you do me a massive, massive, massive favour?
What's that?
Could you write me a blog post of everything that's happened between when I stopped writing the blog to now? Because it's becoming such a monumental task that I can't be asked to do it.
I think you should just send him all your video footage that you saved.
I think he should just watch it on YouTube, frankly.
That works.
You should do it. There's a link down below in the thing. I think probably there might not be. I can't remember if I ever put it there. If I did, I didn't. If I did, whatever stuff.
No one wants to watch a farcical
here.
compilation of dick jokes.
I am here with what can only be described as a fantastic gaggle of reprobates. In the form of the Monday Bears, who they are midway through doing their examination dungeon, and the Monday Bears is in no particular order. We've got Big Mike, who plays Jacob. Say hello, Big Mike.
Hello.
We've got young Mitch, who's very, very new to D&D. He is taken over a character. A player had to drop out for various personal reasons, and so he's going to be playing around with this character until the end of the dungeon when he'll be making his own. So say hello, Mitch.
Hello.
Hey, thanks for that, Lizzie. You're amazing. So we've got Nye, who plays our Filth Ranger, played by Keyblade.
What the fuck? That's just so fucking out of left field. Yeah, fuck that guy.
It's low hanging fruit. I can't help it. We've got the wonderful, fantastic Mr. Screechy Voice. We have Ion, played by the fantastic and irrepressible Lyov.
Yo.
And I suppose Harry's here as well. You know, the first voice to speak when I set the stream actually being live, and it was full of insults for me and my shirt. So basically, he's just a little bit of a prick, but you know,
Big meanie.
Oh yeah, that's me.
and he can't hold his weed. Just
Mhm.
complete flake. And thank you, Timmy. Welcome to the adventure, and with the host as well. Wow, that's awesome.
To be clear, in fact, I can't hold my cupcakes, let's be fair.
You can barely hold anything. You struggle to hold a conversation at times.
Did you eat weed cupcakes?
Yeah, man, it was a great Monday.
I believe space cakes is the term that's used. I believe. So yes. So last session, the
It's lost in the folds of Dan's shirt.
last session, the party were they were over here. They had just finished the combat.
It's been 84 years.
They just finished some combat against a selection of drow, who I will put their corpses back in place now because I had them moved out of the way. So yay, there's some corpses. But you know, they there was a six drow guard that they dealt with as they were moving on to the next area of this examination dungeon, this randomly generated dungeon experience, also known as a Raggedy. If you're familiar with things like Lehman's Tiny Hut and Mordenkainen's and all that other fantastical type of magical wizardry that is named after actual wizards and the various types of pocket dimensions and such, this dungeon is basically in one of them. That is the fluff that we have for it, which is why the Silver Talons Adventuring Guild are able to utilize the dungeons as a way of training and assessing applicants, so they know they then have something of a level playing field. This dungeon is a little bit more difficult than the last one they were entering, because this one actually is their exam. Now,
Question.
party. Ababa,
Which direction are we going to kill more stuff?
you are
Left.
heading towards the
West.
stairs.
No, westward. Got it.
You are going west. Let's just have the music come to the White Shibby Show.
Do you not remember about the Chinese or the Indian chat we was having? We go east and go west.
Yes, we were talking about the fast food things. Like no, it was actually fast food. It's fast food in the home, isn't it? So it's like Knorr and whatever it was, Blue Dragon.
Are we in real time at the minute or still in initiative?
You are currently out of initiative. You've just finished dealing with the drow. Their corpses are still scattered around the area. There's one there. There's one there. There's one there. There's one behind there. There was one there, and there was one there.
Cool. I've just got a stopwatch running, and every 6 seconds I'm going to do the regen thing.
Oh my lord.
Doesn't quite work like that.
No? Should I stop the timer?
No, it doesn't quite work like that. That's not quite how that regeneration thing works.
You said every turn on my turn.
Yes, every turn on your turn. That doesn't mean when you're out of turn order, you sit there and just like back up to full again. That's just like, no.
Yankee. Yeah,
It
that was
could be
the
something
idea,
like
right?
an adrenaline
That's
thing.
that's not the it's the
So when you're in battle, then it affects. Because you're adrenaline.
Oh shit! I didn't mean to click that. Ignore that.
because you're not in
Bullshit.
turn. There is no turn at the moment, so there's no turn to occur in order for it to take effect. But yes, you can now head on through to the stairs and head up those stairs if you would like to. It's the stairs ascend to a dark tunnel.
I would like some health. I'm very low on health. Everything hurts.
You want me to
say
go at the
you're
front?
Low on
Ah,
health,
still-
or do you mean you're in a great amount of pain?
I'm in a great amount of pain.
I still don't remember. How do you turn your character what way they're facing?
There is a little pip which is separate to the ones that are like you got like the edge ones. There's one that is like offset.
Edgelord.
Brings up a token thingy. No, not that one.
So when
When
you
you get
switch,
to settings.
Click on your character.
so your
Oh.
particular one, it's at the top. You may need to change your zoom because it may be hidden. It may be slightly hidden.
Oh, got it.
May
Okay.
I use a healer's kit to try and give Nye a nominal amount of hit points back?
Do you have the healer feat?
No, but I have a healer's kit.
The healer's kit, unless you have the healer's feat, is only used to stabilize a wounded person without needing to worry about doing medicine checks.
Didn't you guys buy some healing potions or something?
I did, but they're all gone.
Oh.
I ate them all when I was being eaten by spiders.
There was a certain amount of chugging of potions. There really was.
Okay.
Okay, can I just quickly use a feat?
No, I mean you can take a short rest or something here before heading on if you want. You can do that. That's an option available to you.
Sorry, if you guys are just wait a second, I'll give you this.
Do you have inspiring leader now or something?
I have no idea what
You
heal
do have
bonus amount
inspiring leader.
means.
Wow, I couldn't remember if you picked up that feat. or not.
Yeah, I took it out. So everyone gets eight temporary hit points.
Yeah. So on your character sheets, there's like the little plus to the top right of the heart, and that's where you can put in temporary hit points.
Sorry, correction. That should be my charisma is +4. My level is 4, so that's 8 hit points.
Exactly like it
Yeah.
says.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm losing my mind. It said enter bonus hit points, and I was like, yeah. I just click OK.
Don't worry. It's fine. It's almost like I deliberately already set everything up properly to actually work.
Oh my god. There's a first for everything.
I know, right? Yeah, so that's that.
All you fuckers get 8 hit points.
And
Is that-
you are. I'm guessing that given the fact he's taken 10 minutes to do that, I'm going to assume that you are then doing yourselves a short rest, which means you can apply other things you would normally do during the basis of doing a short rest. So if you're doing things like spending hit dice, if doing a short rest means you regain certain features and things, then apply whatever needs applying. You should all know what you're doing. You should all have been playing this game long enough.
That 8 hit points doesn't go on top of what I've got if I've already got enough. It just tops me up, doesn't it?
No, the 8 hit points are temporary hit points, so they're like ablative armor. They don't actually go towards your hit point total. They're additional on top of it. If I just open up your character sheet quickly, I will show you where it goes. So
I get another 8 as well.
Are
Awesome.
you
Hold on,
currently
I mean-
on
I'm
full
just
health?
opening it. I am indeed.
Right, so now I'm going to make one change to your character sheet, which is going to be there. You see right now where your hit points is?
Yes, the little +8 in the top
Yeah, so
right
that's,
corner.
anytime you have temporary hit points, that's where it goes. Now, temporary hit points you currently have is 8, which means that if you then were to gain something else that gives you temporary hit points of 5, you do not have temporary hit points of 13, you have temporary hit points of 8. It will
'Cause it
always
makes
be
it
the
higher.
highest.
I remember this
maximum.
one.
Yes,
I remember
indeed.
that one.
And obviously, if you get hit for 3 points of damage, you take that off the 8 first. If
Yeah.
you get hit for 10 points of damage, you take away the 8, and then you take away 2 off your top.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got that part. Cool.
Rightio,
I'm
so
looking. I'm looking.
are you guys ready to advance through this little tunnel and see where it takes you?
I guess so.
Dan, are you inviting us into a tunnel again?
Of course. So,
How bad does it smell down here?
it doesn't actually smell that bad. It doesn't smell even that different, really, to begin with. Then when you've been walking for about 10-15 minutes or so, and it starts to smell almost kind of musky, but kind of not, and almost smells a bit like sort of like seaweed and like the ocean, but like
What Dan is,
if it
it
was
smells like
stale
old Greg's
and old.
vagina.
It smells like Brighton Pier, basically.
We're gonna get eaten by piranhas.
Old Greg's
I don't know,
mangina.
Brighton period.
It smells
You
like the
ever
entirety
had
of Great
babies from the
Yarmouth.
I
Like
got a
Southend.
mangina.
I want to show you my downstairs mix-up.
Lyle, what do you think of that smell?
Moving on.
I think I want to play this game, so let's go on.
There we go.
Wow.
Very diplomatic.
At least someone said
Lyle's
it.
turn up for business today.
So there you go. So after about 20-30 minutes or so total, you're walking through this tunnel. You you find yourself coming into a room. There is a door ahead of you, and there's a very weird sort of almost it's everything sounds kind of muted. I need to put onto this audio track instead now.
I would like to attempt to open the door.
Well, wouldn't you want to look through like the keyhole or a crack or something first instead of just like opening the door?
Do it like a bit and then look through the gap.
Does anyone guess that? Maeve doesn't like foreplay. He just likes to jump in there.
So you want to open the door a crack and have a look through, do you?
Pretty much. 2 pumps and I'm done.
Because you're trying to be very cautious about this, I think we need either a stealth and or sleight of hand check. I feel here.
Well, they're both at -1.
Oh god.
Okay, so you're trying
Nailed
to
it.
you're trying to stealthily open the door. You're fairly certain that you don't even need lockpicks on this one. I mean, the door doesn't seem to actually have a lock or anything at all on it. And you know, I'm going to just pop the door open because that's going to be the easiest thing to do. Find my dynamic lighting again.
Cool.
That's how.
Okay, I very gently and very surreptitiously close the door again with the silentest of silent move.
Not with the stealth
Super
roll of
sneaky.
6, I'm afraid. I need
No,
an
no, Dan.
initiative check from
Super
everybody.
sneaky.
6 is not sneaky enough. Initiative checks from initiative rolls, I should say, from every initiative check. What am I talking about? Initiative rolls.
I accidentally rolled on advantage. It's a
It would be
8.
8. Okay, we'll adjust that in a moment. So I need to take out 2. That should be 8, you said, yeah?
We've all got pretty decent initiative, bar Lyle.
Yeah. I mean,
Let's do that. No.
I'm a caster. I don't mind going last.
No.
Right, and also at the start of this, I need to quickly check all of yours. 1, 2. Oh wait, no, that doesn't actually matter. Sorry, I was about to say check your passive perceptions, but it's fine. You're all vaguely aware. Skadoosh and skadoosh. Oh yeah, so these guys apparently aren't that aware anyway. So Vivian, you're the one to start with this off. Now, when you leave this door, and even just by like approaching a little bit, if you was to once you start leaving the door and you can see through the door, when you're looking up at the ceiling, it's about 15 feet above you, where the what would be the ceiling of the tunnels, very similar to the library as you went through that area, but instead of it being stonework and everything like that, It's a shiny, shimmering,
Like the spidery thing.
gently sort of pulsing thing, very similar to the to what we have with the spiders.
Cool.
And yeah, it does appear to be that you guys are underwater.
Right, well, I'm thinking I'm not going to go through that door because I've got a clear old sight of an enemy there. And if I hit him, it alerts anybody else in there, and then we can bottleneck them at the door rather than them all coming to the door and all squeezing through at once. Is everybody happy with that?
Yeah.
Or would you all like to go through the door and then they swarm around us?
Vivian, keep your voice down. I don't think they've seen us.
Fairly sure the maid may have said that a little bit louder than that.
Reckon I should hit them then?
Whatever,
Yeah,
man. Do whatever makes you happy. I don't give a fuck.
I don't want to just kind of dip us all in the shit. Right, I'm going to launch a firebolt at him then.
Never stopped you before. Go.
Okay, so you zing a firebolt out through the doorway over Ion's shoulder, and it splashes against the wall, and they are fully aware of your existence now.
Well,
Because let's face it, that's
Shit.
not exactly something that happens commonly.
nope. I'll be pretty surprised about that too, to be honest.
So,
End turn.
brilliant. Hang on, bear me a second. Okay, so then it is the turn of. I need to zoom out my thing so I can actually fucking see, because I've got a half a window view at the minute because I've got having chat and things over at the same time. So,
Yeah, I did just kind of view the stream and realised that there's a few more in there than I thought.
Meta knowledge.
as long as you don't act on it, I don't have a problem.
That's very true.
So this one's the first one. Is like he bellows out something in Undercommon, and he will draw his hand crossbow and zip off a round at Ion, because it's the only one he can see.
Oh wait. I want to react to that. I'm not sure if I can actually do it on ranged attacks.
What is it? Your daylight thingy?
Yeah, it's the fucking I snap my fingers and create a blinding light so they get disadvantage on their attack. Need to check that quick.
I'm pretty sure it was manipulating sunlight. Because we've
No,
done this
no,
couple
that's a
of times.
different thing.
Yeah, he's got there's two things. One that.
Okay.
Between
Oh, this is the holding symbol.
Yeah.
Near attack by a creature.
Within 30 feet of you that you can see. Is he within 30 feet? Is it anything then?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
It's just outside.
That's too bad. I'll take the hit.
You might take a hit. It depends on you're still your armor's pretty fucking decent.
Yeah, I think it's an 18.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, no, that bounces off of your shoulder panel or something that's on you that can deflect a crossbow bolt or crossbow quarrel, handbow quarrel. Nye.
Guess I'll stand here and take a shot at this guy here.
Okay, you can do that. You can take the shot.
Shoot the shot.
Does that hit or no?
That is not enough to hit him. No. Sorry, I was trying to remember what order I did these numbers in, and I had to double check the sheet instead. No, so basically he's still reeling from the firebolt that went off near him as he's like leant out of the way of it slightly. As then when your arrows shot over his head and or basically through the space where his head was a moment ago.
Bastard.
Jacob.
There's a lot of people in my way. I don't know if I can, apart from moving here, which is probably going to be quite dangerous.
Yeah.
No.
Hi guys, I'm the new tank.
It never stopped us before.
But it might stop us now.
Soon find out.
EVE Online hull tanking.
Well, if I'm going to do it, I might as well do it properly.
Let's see what you got then. And that is... Well, the first ray, they managed to... Actually, all the rays, these guys are limbally ducking and dodging out the way of as they see you raise your hand and fear the worst, taking what cover they can.
I've done
These guys are
something
beasts. They're beasts, aren't they? Damn.
Oh, it's a 14, 11, and an 8, and these guys are quite nimble.
Never known a drow to be like contortionists.
Maze.
Full
Yes. Okay, I would like to pull out from my pack the sort of the triple bolos
Okay.
and try and wang that one down range at the only one I can see.
You know song requests are off during the stream as well, by the way, Harry, yeah?
I just saw it popped up with Thing SR. I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's not meant to be. The song request system is actually off. The command may still be active. Yeah, the timer's still on. That's my bad. My bad. Sorry. Forgot to turn the timer off. Yeah, so you wang out your bolo. And
Yeah, I fucked that right up.
yes. Yeah, you haven't fucked it up so badly that you've hit someone else with it, but you have definitely missed. Where were you? Which one are you aiming at, by the way? The one right
The one at the bottom side of the room, he's the only one I can see.
yeah. Okay. Cool.
Also, with my movement, I'd just like to push past Jacob.
Okay.
So much for staying in the room.
I will not let the magic caster be the one to take the damage.
This one runs out at you, and as he runs forward, will cast Fairy Fire. So that's a Dex save from you. Remember
From who?
Technically, it's from only really from Maeve because of where everyone else is kind of like on the other side of the wall.
Yeah.
So Fairy Fire is one of those yay spells.
So everybody does a dex save?
No, just Maze.
No, it's just Maeve
Oh.
because basically the I'm gonna just double check to make sure. I don't think Fairy Fire goes through walls.
No,
I think it's a 20-foot
It's a
cube.
spray, isn't it?
it does
no,
a cube.
No, it's not. It's a cube. Each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in blue, green, or violet light. Your choice, any creature in the area within the spell is also highlighted, outlined in light. If it fails a dexterity saving throw for the duration, objects and affected creatures shed dim light in a 10-foot radius. Any attack roll against an affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it, and the affected creature or object can can't benefit from being invisible. So he doesn't actually say. We'll say. I think it would be. A save from Jacob though, because Jacob's right the other side of the door, right there. So we'll have a dex save from Jacob as well.
Of course.
But you both manage to, you know, as you feel the energy coalescing along, you manage to shake yourselves free of it.
He's the most dexterous mage in the world.
Flip
That's
wizard.
attack. Ion,
What?
it's your turn.
Oh my god.
What would you like to do?
I'm just so happy to be here. Okay.
Do I need to find a hammer?
Well,
Do I
no,
need to...
don't. No hammer. Ion's gonna pull out a crossbow and just shoot at one of them. This one.
Okay.
No way. Yeah, that one.
Yep, that is a hit on that one, as he's been dodging and dipping and ducking and diving all over the place, and finally you just send a crossbow bolt into the mix as well, and it catches him right in the sternum. And does
Clearly
He must have learned from the legendary Patches of Houlihan.
I was going to say, clearly he can't dodge spammers.
Take that, you bitch!
He can dodge almost anything except that, it would seem. And he cries out in pain as he turns and fires off a shot from his hand crossbow at Maeve, because Maeve is the nearest one there, and he assumes that that's the one that actually hit him. And he's going to miss. And then he's going to use his move to duck into there. And then it's turn of this one is going to rush to Maeve and have at him with his short sword.
Have at him.
Have at ye, sir. Get stabbed. Wow, that was he rolled a 1 and a 6.
Wow.
So that's dreadful. And so we're going to be coming around to Vivienne.
Right. I can just about see, but I can't. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to. Would you class that as 10 feet between me and this boy here?
It is, but could you kind of go sideways through the doorway? I'm going to have you do it at a disadvantage if you want to attack that one there.
Yeah, I'm gonna slash him with my glaive. All right, so
You're almost having to like pool cue it through that sort of gap. You haven't really got the wang ability.
let's find out if I'm going to be any good at pulling, shall we?
That is not quite enough. He sees it coming as from having done his strike with his short sword and managed to just about deflect the blade as it comes towards him.
Worth a try.
Definitely worth a try. It's a good, solid effort.
End turn.
Okay, and then it is the turn of this guard, who's going to rush forward. And now he's going to spank out a fairy fire. So I need a dexterity saving throw from. You know, he's going to drop it right in that middle space right there. So I need one from Vivienne, Nye, Iron, and Jacob. Dexterity saving throws.
Okay, just a second.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, Jacob's glowing.
Oh fuck! I'm still at disadvantage.
That was the first roll anyway. So yeah.
Ugh, that's not great.
It's just enough to keep you away, but you can feel the energy over you, and you then channel a small amount of your divine energy instead to disperse it.
Nice.
Nye just like sees the guy reach out and leaps back out the way of the space.
Did that hit me?
It does tag you, unfortunately. You are
Could
given.
oh no, that's not a shield moment, is it?
No, this is not. This is just a spell effect on you. You are glowing. You are in a fabulous purple light.
Wow.
All around your outside. You look like you are just about like ready to go clubbing.
I always did suit purple.
Oh god, somebody's gone to EDC.
You look like a glow stick.
Yeah, a little bit. You
Don't chuck me down the stairs, please.
you look less like a glow stick and more like you thought that if you ate glow sticks you'd gain their power. You've been bitten by a radioactive glow stick. That's what's happened there, really. Nye.
You might look like a glow stick, but my whole body sounds like a glow stick when I get out of bed in the morning.
Oh, God, fall out of bed in the morning, sound like a maraca band.
So I'm gonna step over here. And I'm gonna take a shot at this one, and hopefully I'll hit this time.
See what you can do. That'll hit him. That'll hit most things. He's still got his hand outstretched, and you send an arrow straight through it.
Ooh. Ew.
Jacob.
Yes.
Welcome to Friendo.
So, is there any disadvantages, or am I just glowing like?
You are glowing, and people that attack you do so at advantage, but you have no disadvantage yourself, unless you're trying to hide.
Excellent. I'm just twatting. Oh, really? What's going on with my rolls?
Oh dear.
What? Sorry, mate.
Oh, this is instantly. Sorry, mate. we all know what's about to happen.
We all know what Dan's gonna do.
We've played this game before.
I feel so bad for making this table up.
It is literally all your fault, Harry. It's properly is your fault.
Yeah,
It's a bloody good table, though, isn't
It
it?
is a good table. You're about to find out exactly how good of a table it is again. For those wondering what we're talking about, we have another table that we use for critical fumbles.
The link is in the Twitch chat.
About to drop it in there. This is a spell, wasn't it? Critical miss, magic attacks. Okay.
Let's see if fried trench will taste nice.
Okay, so
What the fuck was that?
you launch a comically bad projectile attack nowhere near your intended opponent. This ends your turn. Roll Wisdom saving throw, or suffer disadvantage to attack rolls until you next score a hit on an opponent. So, Jacob, I need a Wisdom saving throw from you, please, friend. Oh, there we go. You're fine, but you have you have ended your turn.
You know exactly what went wrong.
He is a very wise raven.
He's like, oh, I had my hand facing the other way. I shot the thing over my shoulder. Oh, God, what am I
Oh
doing?
god, over your shoulder. What the fuck?
May I preempt my turn?
It is your turn.
One right in front of me, please.
One right in front of you. You have definitely cut him down with that. That's enough to
Jesus.
hit, and he did not have that many hit points left. Which means that mathematically, he's what would they call dead.
Brown bread, my friend.
Okay, I would like to step through and spin so I'm no longer, well, kind of no longer flanked.
He's not dead, he's pining for the fjords.
Pining for the fjords!
He's an ex-pet.
We shall make him an ex-maith. Swinging with short sword. How about ye, sir? That's a 20 to hit you there.
That'll do it.
3 points of piercing damage for you, young man. Ion.
Yes.
Sorry, I forgot to add on my health at the beginning of their turn. So.
Oh, that sounds an awful lot like a you problem. 3 points of damage.
Oh, fuck.
Where's Maeve?
Where's
I
Maeve?
did the maths and just added one.
What the fuck is happening here? Where's Maeve?
Maeve is technically underneath a corpse in terms of how he's viewed on the map.
Oh, okay.
Over the corpse.
Over the corpse.
I've got
Somewhere over the
my
drought.
situation.
Hang on. No, I'm on the wrong thing. I need to move it via that one. I'm going to move the corpse there,
Okay.
just to get it out, just so it's out of the way.
Gonna move over here and take a attack of opportunity from that bitch boy down there.
Who misses?
What? Does he?
Yep. Rolled a 14.
I'm gonna. How much do I have? Yeah, that's good. That's all nice. Move around him really swiftly, like a house cat on a mission. And then I'm gonna
That's a really novel way to describe it. I know exactly what you mean as well.
boop him on the back of the head with Gertrude, with advantage, motherfucker.
Let's see what you can do.
Okay.
That was more of a love tap.
Yeah.
Tender caress. No, tender caress.
I caress.
A Kenda Terrace.
Yeah.
I tried.
That's the new member of the Kardashians, isn't it?
Next from Kinder Bueno.
I've got something out of Star.
Ion
And
tries.
Kinder
Hey,
correct.
go. Iron's talking. What's that? What's up?
Ion just tries to comb his hair with his mace.
He's got using the flanged head.
Yeah.
Just an excuse to use the word flange.
Curling iron kind of thing.
Do you have a word a day calendar there? Dan?
I do not have a word of the day calendar. Could you imagine if I did?
I'd be terrified.
Indeed.
Every Monday you'd be using a new thing. It's just like, oh goddamn, what's he fucking gonna say now?
You know what? We're gonna try, and this guy's gonna try and take a shot at. Fuck it, you're gonna try and take a shot at Vivian, because Vivian's glowing.
What can I say? I'm pretty.
And he's gonna miss. These guys are doing a very, very good job of not rolling very good when they have advantage. And then he'll duck back into cover a little bit there. This guy is going to stay here and going to stab him with his short sword against Maeve. Oh, ooh, that's Hey, Harry, I need a number between 1 and 10.
Aw. Harry.
I give you a 3.
Well, this is going to be interesting. Given your current condition, I'm not entirely sure how this is going to work. Bear me a second. You've just...
It's always fun having custom characters.
Yeah, he's just taken a lingering wound of some type. So let's see. Is this the D100 run I've got? This is the D100 I've got. Okay.
Basically, every turn you lose 3 health, but you regenerate 3 health.
Nice.
I honestly still have no idea what happened to Maeve as a character, and it's been too long for me to ask. So.
I don't think
we can't notice it yet, can we? Other than
I don't
these
think
slightly...
Maeve probably knows what's happened to him as a character. To be fair.
Maeve doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
I do know what happened to my character. I had a vision.
You had a vision.
It's literally that scene from Harry Potter where it's Muggles, they don't see nothing, do they? No, but if you jump with the fork, they feel.
Is that your... Oh,
That was dreadful.
I'm not sure what that accent was, my friend.
Okay, Harry, so what's happened to Maeve is that he's just had basically he's gone to because he's noticing that he's not, things aren't hurting for him as much anymore. A striker's gone in against him, and he's left himself slightly open for it with all the parrying and back and forth that happens, and he's raised his hand to block it, and basically all the ligaments and bones along the back of the hand have now been cut through. So he currently can only use his right hand. He needs
I can only
some proper stitching up.
use what?
You can only use your right hand currently. Your left hand has been mangled by a ferocious blow from a short sword. And
So what you're saying is I can't
disgusting.
use a two-handed weapon.
you currently cannot use a two-handed weapon, and because of how your getting healthy backy thing works, it won't heal that you actually need stitching up.
That's cool, but for the time being, I can't use two-handed weapons.
Correct, and you also, as a part of this attack, you took a total of 16 points of damage. No, sorry, I misread that.
Roger.
Sorry. I got my maths wrong there. My brain just completely failed me. You've taken 14 points of damage. I had a total math failure for a second there. I tried to add.
Understood.
8
That's
together
done.
and 16. Okay, so then that's that. And we're on to Vivian.
I am going to make a move to here. Oh, Jesus. Bad idea. I'm going to carry on moving and move to here.
Oh, that's an attack opportunity.
And I'm going to... in which case does it mean they attack me?
You're going to get slashed at, but it misses you. You manage to duck past him, and the sword stroke cuts through the air nearby.
Lucky I'm so thin and agile. And I'm going to twat him back.
Shit,
my-
Steph is the hostess for 8 people. Thank you for that, Steph. You absolute star. Sorry,
Thank
you were saying,
you.
I'm going to give him a twat with my glaive around the face.
which one? The one on the left or the one on the right?
This one here.
That one right there. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool beans. Swing away, swing away. That is a good, solid, palpable hit.
I'll take his head off though, that's the question.
Does not know.
Oh, that's a shame.
Gives him a very much a wounding. You're giving him a serious wounding.
Nearly headless, Nick. Not quite headless yet.
How are you nearly headless? Like
What's
this?
this?
Hate that.
That was dead. Night, it's your turn.
Okay. Let's see now. Where are they?
Oh, I broke it now as an ad. I think the thing is whether or not you've got some. I don't see any ads at all. I'm on Twitch Prime.
That's like YouTube. I've got the YouTube red thingy, YouTube thing. You pay for it and you don't get any ads at all in these.
Oh,
Amazing.
Yeah.
Do you
I
know
was
how
considering
else you
that
don't
one,
get
but
any ads on YouTube?
ad blockers.
Ad block.
I won't use them.
I'm gonna go ahead and give this guy a open with my swords.
Have at then. That is enough to plunge him into an awfully big world of hurt, from which he will not stand back up. He crumples to the floor.
Today is Nye's time to shine. I'm gonna fuck up in the next battle.
Most likely. Hey, Jacob. The
Yes.
glowing Jacob.
Right.
Out of curiosity, this little thing down in the bottom corner that I can see, is that dead or is that alive? So I know you moved one earlier, you said.
If I try and move out,
Well, I'll just tell you he's alive still.
Right, cool.
Say again, Mike?
if I try and move out, sort of from where I am, to move out this way, am I going to get an attack of opportunity?
Technically, no. I mean, you theoretically you could possibly, but it's already used as attack of opportunity. It's already used as reaction. So, I mean, yeah.
Flame me. Hit the bloody thing.
Finding it very difficult to land a shot through your friends there without wanting to hit them. So it's unfortunate you've missed. Maeve.
Very well. Seemingly unaware of my injury, I would like to try and make an attack with my greatsword.
You go to swing in and you find it completely unable to actually hold the grip properly. I will let you do an attack at disadvantage to see if you can in some way swing it around at him. Oh dear, that is almost exactly what we were hoping for.
I just realised as well, that actually didn't roll at disadvantage.
No, it didn't,
I
which
did it on my
is-
sheet.
Whoops.
Don't forget you've got 2 sheets, haven't you?
That might have done it.
Okay, so let's see what this option. There's one that can come up on this, and I really hope that because it'd be the most fitting one to come up. Would be a 3 to 5.
Would it be the disarm?
It'd be rolling a 3 to a 5, and you've just rolled a 4, which is between 3 and 5. Goodbye, fair blade. Your weapon flies out of your hand in a random direction. I don't like, actually, on near Harry. One thing you've done, a random direction, roll a d6. Why is it roll a d6 and not a d8?
D6 is specifically because normally I run this with like a whiteboard and no grid. So typically what I would have is I would use a clock system. So a 1 would be 2 o'clock, 3, 4 o'clock would be 6 o'clock, and so on and so forth.
That's fair enough, right? But because we've got the grid, we're going to make use of it. So 1, 2,
Yeah,
3,
bombs.
4, 5, 6. Also, it flies out of your hand behind you, and we'll see. We'll do a d10 for number of feet. Oh fucking hell! You sent that sailing, son. That's got 9 feet. That's gone right out of your fucking grip, son. That's off. You've just shot putting your sword across the map. It's a pity you're not a mace user. It could have been the hammer toss.
I was going to say working out for the Olympics, huh?
So, Jacob, you have a very near moment there where a sword comes flying seemingly towards you.
Ooh, a sword.
It's a big, heavy sword that you recognise as belonging to one of your friends.
It's a very glorious sword.
It's certainly majestic the way it arcs through the air like that. Ion.
Blah, blah, blah. Hop, 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 hop. I am gonna do a thing. And stuff. Okay, let's see. This guy's still alive. I can't really reach him. It's been surrounded. I'm gonna use Sacred Flame. There you go.
Harry's putting an awful lot of effort into drawing this little sword.
I must have.
I want to make it look majestic.
It looks more like a scimitar.
It's got a bit of a curve.
Who doesn't?
Oh no, he does not miss. He does not dodge this at all. This completely just destroys him.
Really? Fuck.
Yeah.
Holy light and stuff.
He does a thing where like he screams and they have that weird distortion thing where the voice like cuts in and out like a bad microphone.
Nice.
Which I'm not going to attempt to do, even though I have done it in the past. And
I was kind of hoping you would.
No, I would, but I'm not going to because it's 10 p.m. And this one is the last one that is left. Is the last Rao. He's going to duck out of his cover and basically like leaning out through the doorway, and he's going to fire off a shot. Who's going to fire it off at? How many of you are there now? 4 of you there now? 5 out there now? Yeah, 5 out there now? Okay, let's see who's going to go for. He's going to go for 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to go for 9.
Oh, fuck.
With a hand crossbow. A 12.
Nope.
Cooks.
Oh, and I'm going to fire back towards him with a where is it? A firebolt.
Führer Bolter.
Not many do that.
That is a good solid hit, and he doesn't quite manage to get himself tucked into cover before the firebolt splashes against the wall. It doesn't splash against the wall; it splashes against his face.
Isn't that it?
Yes, not very nice for him. Hey, Knight, it's your turn.
Oh boy.
Oh my.
Oh, jeez.
Oh jeez, Rick. Oh jeez, Rick. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and fire at him.
Yes, you are, and you're going to then pin him to the wall via his left eye socket.
Nice.
That's not very nice.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Right. Now that he has been finished off and dealt with, I require all of you to do a little perception check for me, please.
Sure.
Perception. No.
Okay, so yeah, Jacob does really bad on this, but I think he's possibly distracted by the sword that was flying towards him and the fact that he's still glowing slightly. But all of you notice that there are a lot of shapes swimming back and forth in the water. Approximately, if you had to put a size on it, approximately 6 foot tall shapes swimming back and forth in the water.
Okay.
I think my character's currently tripping bollock.
Looks like mermaids.
He's got big red crystals around him. He's glowing.
Question.
Sword flew past him. I'm pretty
What?
sure it's a
What water are we referring to?
The water that is basically the ceiling.
Guys,
Okay.
I'm from a metric system, so what is 6 feet in that?
Just over
that's
2
about-
meters.
Yeah.
About 2 meters.
That's
It's
so
just under 2
cool.
meters technically.
1.8 meters.
Yeah.
I would like to, if I can, recover both my bolo and my greatsword.
You can recover them, certainly. What we'll do is we'll keep the order up for now, just in case it's needed later.
Nye, my friend, do you have a weapon that I could perhaps use with my one good hand?
Yeah, sure, here, take one of my swords.
Roger.
Remember, he said it's just a sword.
Yep, that's fine.
Or a short sword, I believe it is you use.
Yep. So now, am I allowed to attack with a short sword and my walking stick, or no?
The quarterstaff can be used one-handed, can't it?
I don't know.
I think a quarterstaff can be used one-handed.
It can. It's versatile. If you give me the staff, that's probably your best bet.
You're not getting my staff. Stay the fuck away. Get the sword.
Yes, it's a
and
one.
deal with
The quarterstaff is 1d6 when used one-handed. If memory serves.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think you can dual wield it without some sort of feat involved.
Oh yes, because it's not light.
What about a flail? Could you use that one-handed?
Flail's one-handed.
I have a
Wait, what
flail.
about two-weapon fighting then?
No, the short swords are both light, so you can use two short swords together. No, I was saying about is using a short sword with something else.
Oh. Well, if you keep your short swords, I don't use the flail. Shall I give May the flail, maybe?
I'm trained in the use of a flail. I can get by with that.
Yep. Give him my flail to use.
Okie dokes.
Yeah, I'm proficient in martial weapons.
Does anybody else have a problem with their character sheet where it starts cutting stuff out?
Yeah, occasionally.
Oh, yeah.
It hasn't happened for a long time though, knock on wood.
It's about the 4th or 5th week that's happened for me. Bullshit.
Okay, so you guys can all see everything that you can see.
Not a lot.
Not a huge amount. The crystals are slightly glowing with a. It's a very clean, clear and white light that's coming off of them. Even though the crystals themselves are red, they're not really. They're not tainting the light that's coming off them. It's not like they're glowing with an evil red glow. They are glowing with what seems to be a very mature. If you had a light bulb in the room.
Like Superman's base.
Like, who's the Superman person you're talking about?
Superman.
Is
A
it, worth
fictional
me,
character.
Never mind.
is it worth me doing an Arcana check on the crystals, see if there's anything magical about them?
Can I do a history check about this Superman?
Yep, you can both do the checks that you've just requested. That's absolutely fine.
No.
They are
Jacob's
crystals.
having a bad day.
They're crystals, so they could be potentially have some magic use. Yeah. And Superman is. You're fairly sure you remember reading some little. It was almost like a letter that. Like a pamphlet or something that one of your like a kid gave you, like a little street urchin gave you.
Right.
It was like a book, but much thinner, and it was mostly pictures.
Cool.
That's pretty cool how you pulled that in. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, so where to now? Up, north, west, or south?
Should we go the way my rolls have been going? South.
I don't know what you mean about rolls, but the direction is as good as any right now.
Hey, Dan, I think you need to take this enemy.
Oh yeah, I haven't tagged him as dead yet. Sorry, but he is dead.
Dead as a can of spam.
I see a frog thing.
It appears to be a statue.
Frog
Okay.
humor.
See,
We know how statues. Sorry, my voice isn't right today. We know how statue. Okay, that's better.
Somebody left.
Your mama.
I wonder if there's a fun guy in here.
Harry, he's back.
Wow.
So,
For a second, I almost thought I was back in elementary school.
from previous encounters with statues, they usually spawn some shit and then the stuff almost kills us. So, maybe not do anything with this one?
Okay, what can we see with the fungus in this room?
What about an Arcana check?
It
From
appears to
Jacob.
be. It appears to be two different breeds of fungus. Just like what the one in the top right corner is slightly bioluminescent. The one in the bottom left corner is very much not. It's dull and brown and horrible.
Are there any features on the statue? I was going to say.
It appears to be a frog statue from here. And let's check these. These are mushrooms that you know that they are the ones that you recognise as being not necessarily inedible. There are some species that will eat them. Particularly that they are a species, particular strains of fungus that are known for growing in caves, particularly caves where there is a lot of water. And you know there are some creatures do eat them.
Maze, I think you should eat one of the mushrooms.
Okay, for some reason Harry's not.
Let's
I was going to say.
investigation
I would-
check through then, Harry.
Thank you.
Whenever you like. There you go. It's a frog statue.
Sorry.
Its tongue is poking out. It's a large frog. A large.
Would you describe it as eerily lifelike?
Not particularly. No. If anything, it's pocked and horrible. It looks like it looks like something that has been left in a cave or dungeon or something for an extended period of time.
Does it have any interesting protrusions?
It has a tongue. Oh, stop for a second there, Iron. Can I get you to stop back there for me, please?
Oh, man.
One square back, please. Sorry. It's not the easiest thing thinking.
Could
I need a dexterity saving throw from Ion.
Okay. Oi.
Nice. So as you stepping forward, you feel something click under your foot, and just instinct throws you onto your back.
I mean, I got a critical hit. Can't I be a bit cooler? Can I do a Matrix thing for?
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. In terms of you throw yourself down and out of the way of it.
Nice.
Ooh. Assassin's
As there
Creed.
is a horrendous metallic
It's your
shrieking
auditory
sound
frenzy.
as this blade slicks out of the wall.
Ooh, free haircut.
I would like to pull its tongue.
Could I? Oh,
You want to pull its tongue?
Yeah.
The tongue does come free in your hand.
could I?
It comes free because it's sort of snapped off, and there is a what can only really be described as a horrendous, angry, almost like a gurgling sound. Let me see if I can just find it for you, because I did have it. I had saved for the for other reasons, and now I
Is it by any chance a croak?
No, it's I'll make sure I've got the right one now. I hope I've got the right one. But coming from the surface of the water, where there is a creature's head now looming out.
I know.
I've heard that before. Jesus fuck, they used to haunt my dreams.
Could I use the detect magic spell, please?
You can use the detect magic spell if you would like to.
Can I use the detect copyright spell?
I'm not sure if they can copyright that particular sound. If they can, then I apologise, but you should make it so widely available to the entire fucking internet. I'm fairly sure that comes out in fair use, because these are not Murlocs, these are Sahurgin.
Ah, Sahurgin.
Yes, I do need
Oh, there are
Jacob
loads
to
of
go
pictures.
back where you were, naughty Jacob, running away and not out of turn order, because if these guys have now jumped down, you are back
Well-
into your turn order again.
I knew nothing of this. I was still on free movement as far as I was aware.
That's fine, that's why I'm not actually telling you off, I'm just saying naughty Jacob.
Slap on the back of the wrist.
Hey, mate.
And I did not realise then when I used my spell,
What?
so that's pointless.
Okay, let me just add their initiatives. 1, 2, Oops, that should be on GM for that. Don't know why the sheet isn't on GM automatically. I don't know. Weird. Weirdness! And then we just go Padoop. There we go, get that back all into the order. I believe the last person we were picking up for last person to act was Nye finished somebody off, so we may as well pick up right where we left off. Nye's the last person to have a turn, so that would be to counter on to Maeve, which is kind of fitting that he'd be the first one to act, given the fact that he's the one who's just triggered this attack of Sahuagin.
Triggered.
Triggered.
Very well. I would like to spin on the spot and shout, "You two, run now!" Go up to the nearest one and twat it with a weapon.
Okie
Wait, I wasn't paying attention. What did Maeve do again?
Maeve pulled the stone tongue off of the frog, and now there are Sahuagin attacking.
Maeve was being Maeve. That way.
To be fair, your party doesn't have a rogue, so you know.
I mean, I bet.
Vivian, Nye, get out of here now.
Like, do we listen to what he says?
And so let's see. Nye, you're standing right there, aren't you? Nye, do you currently have full hit points?
No.
Okay, that's unfortunate.
Did my attack hit?
Your attack hit. You did damage to it.
Cool.
The one that dropped out of the water, dropping out of the water is such a weird thing to say, but it says how they happen. Basically, the surface of the water is above them, and these things are dropped out of the water. Is going to basically almost land on Nye, flailing with its claws, and landing a slashing stroke of 3 points of damage before sinking his teeth with a bite into aiming for Nye's face, but Nye manages to lean his head out of the way at the last moment there.
Okay.
And then it's his turn of that Sahuagin, who's going to basically leap on Vivian as it drops out of the water.
I love and hate Sahuagin.
They're a little bit weird, aren't they? They've got some very, very tasty skills.
Nasty. Yeah.
Okay, so then this one's striking him with its claws. Doesn't seem to be moving quite as quickly, but does still manage to do 2 points of slashing damage with the claws before going in to bites. But again, it just cannot land the blow in there. Ion, it's your turn. You've deftly limboed out of the way of this blade that slinked out of the wall. You heard a weird, almost underwater cry coming from the south.
Oh man, Maeve probably touched something again, other than himself. Let's go. Wait. Let's see.
Sound of a depressed and dejected cleric.
Am I the only one who really wants to hear that sound effect again?
Yes.
Arrive here with my full movement.
Pretty close.
I spent many years mimicking that sound.
It's the sound of super nerds gargling cum.
I mean, it's really not though. It's the sound of a semi-sentient fish-based creature. I mean, to just like knock it down like that, I feel you're oversimplifying what the creature is.
A better sound would have been the Naga from World of Warcraft.
Yeah, but
Harder sound to find, I know.
It is, yeah. It's a very. I did have a look for that one earlier, actually, and there wasn't any decent quality one. I did find a couple, but nothing was any good.
Yeah,
this one is, seeing as it's just been slammed in the side of the cheek by Maid, is going to flail at him in a frenzy, almost as if it was inspired by the blood. He's going to flail with his claws, landing an 18 to hit.
That'll do it.
With 2 points of damage, and then reaching in to bite as well and missing. These guys are not very good at hitting with their bites. That guard is dead.
Thankfully.
Take it out of the thing. Delete it. There we go. And this one is now going to try fling himself at Maeve. And
That's flanking if I ever saw it.
numbed with the claws, and then with the bites, it still manages to just not actually roll anything. Okay, so an attack with his claws and an attack with his bite. That's 4 dice it's rolled. It rolled 3 2s and a 1.
Nice.
Fuck.
Vivian.
I'm going to spin round and give this good old thing a slice with my glaive.
Yes, you are.
Gangster skills.
Okay, and Jacob.
Well, I'm not making it back there. Can't see anything. I'll just wait here.
Where were you? Weren't you here?
Yeah, I was there.
Here? Okay, yeah. You can use extra movement, you know.
Yeah, but then I can't attack, so it's kind of pointless anyway.
When you're playing as a caster, it is really difficult to work out whether or not you want to dash or not. It really does have a much bigger effect on your.
I could dash in and probably get twatted for
Yeah.
pointless reasons.
Hey, Nye, it's your turn.
Oh boy!
Oh, jeez, Nye.
So I have both swords, right?
You still have both of your swords, yes.
Gonna try to swipe with this guy. Fuck.
Oh dear,
Oh boy.
that's unfortunate.
Isn't it though?
You're okay though. You don't no critical fumble off of that one. It's not always a fumble. Lathe.
Continue
Seems like
with
shaking
the
off of
plan
you.
as it is. I told you, run!
We
Well,
won't
you want
leave
me to do
you.
that before or after he's done, you know, trying to take me out on a date somewhere with his fucking claws in my arm?
That is not gonna hit. It manages to lean out of the way, and the blade, so the flail just glances off of its slippery, scaly hide. And then the one that's attacking Nye is going to continue to do so, slashing in once more with its claws for another 2 points of slashing damage, and then finally landing a bite as well for 4 points of piercing damage. So 6
So
points of
that's
damage total.
Alright. Give me 1 second.
And the one that's attacking Vivian will be doing the same. Bite and claw. The claws fail to find purchase. Your armor class is 15, I think.
It is indeed.
It just about manages to get your hand up in the, your arm up in the way to prevent it from biting your face, but it does mean that it bites you along the arm instead for 4 points of piercing damage. Ion.
Okay.
Well,
Oh, don't you just set me off. Oh,
There.
you're under infected.
I'm moving here and giving this boy a boopin'.
a booping and a bopping.
Boop banana bonkin.
Where's Gertrude?
With Gertrude.
No one is rolling any good on damage at the minute. Not the monsters, not the players. We're all really good at hitting each other, just not very good at actually hurting each other. It's basically we're playing touch rugby.
It's like a gangbang, really. Bit forceful here and there, but nobody's actually getting any serious injuries.
Oh dear. Put the Scotland accent on. I'm not doing the Scottish accent. There's no need to do the Scottish accent right now. Not right now. I'm not fighting dwarves.
Why have dwarves got to be Scottish?
Because they always have done. I mean,
Yeah, all lots of Scottish.
they're angry.
Cannon.
They're angry. They like to drink. They are known for living in caves. I mean, that's the Scots.
I can't remember who was actually the first person to kind of do that. Wasn't J.R.R. Tolkien, I don't know.
No, he never gave him an accent. But
Yeah.
I think
There was someone who's famous for giving dwarves a Scottish accent.
yeah, I can't
remember.
for the life remember who it was though. I think it was
It was from a film or a
it
game
was,
or
yeah. It was from I'm very sure it was from a film, but it was like a TV film.
yeah.
Okay, so this one that is here that's attacking Maeve is going to go in again with its claws. And what's your arm class at the minute, Maeve?
15.
15. Yep, so it's going to miss with its claws, and then going for a bite, and 4 points of piercing damage on the bite.
Yep, that'll do it.
Okay. And then the other one that's attacking you, there's the other side of you, going again with its claws as well. With 22 to hit,
Yeah, that would just about hit.
with an absolutely fierce and monumental amount of damage in the form of 2 slashing damage. And then miss with the bite.
Got it.
Okay. Vivienne.
As I'm flanking, well, we're flanking
You
this
gain
one,
advantage,
aren't
yes.
we?
You have
Cool.
advantage.
Yeah. Close enough.
That'll definitely hit. That's the best hit we've had so far.
7 whole damage.
Indeed, that's enough to do it.
Wipe it out.
That one looks quite weak now, that one does.
He's getting close.
Jacob.
Aha.
That was brave. Very brave.
It's fine. I'm going to attack this one and hope I hit.
Don't burn me.
Hallelujah!
We didn't burn him! That is the best hit we've had so far.
Smoke on the water.
Steam in the fish's face.
Do like a bit of smoked halibut.
Nice, your turn. Steamed fish in
Oh,
general.
boy.
A lot of fish when it's cooked just first.
How's this one looking?
Smoked mackerel.
It looks like it's just been hit in the face with a firebolt. It looks like it really hurt.
Okay. Well, I don't want to move and then. Yeah, no. Alright. I'm gonna go at him again with this. Fuck.
Ooh.
Damn.
Okay, well, that's definitely a hit from one, and he looks quite weak now. And okay, I need you to make another attack roll for me, please.
Yeah, fucking hell.
It's gonna be. Oh, I was gonna
So,
say
yeah.
it's gonna be a good one now.
With your fantastic abilities to dual wield and almost being like you've heard the stories of blade dancers, and you grew up with loving that idea, and you flail your swords around, you manage to
How much damage do I take?
snick off the tip of Jacob's ear for 4
Oh.
points of piercing damage as you fling your swords around you ostentatiously.
Sorry.
So what, I take 4 points
You
damage.
take 4 points of damage.
We can
You
sew it
should
back
take up-
on, it'll be okay.
I think you should take up art. Now might be a good time. You can make some money out of it.
Maeve!
Just make a fucking Van Gogh.
Continuing with the fruitless effort of trying to smash the one in front of me.
That's a miss. You've really only got +1.
Is that the weapon that's doing that, or is that like just unlucky?
He's just unlucky. I mean,
Yeah, it's just bad rolls.
to be fair, he's
Yes.
only +3 to hit with his large sword anyway.
Oh. The flails.
Main stats are real garbage.
Yeah.
Didn't you make him up?
Well, yeah, but I also insisted that I keep re-rolling until I got at least one garbage stat, and I ended up getting about 3.
Wait, which one are you rolling off of?
That would be strength.
Oh no, I changed a different stat when I changed one of your other stats. It's fine, carry on.
I think I have an ability that lets me use my charisma as an attack, but it's one of the old god powers, so
Yeah,
I haven't got those.
And no, you're not a warlock. You don't get that. We're the biting and the clawing. The one that's attacking Nye will. What's your armor class right now, Nye?
Should be a 13, I think.
That's a total of 6 points of damage there. 3 piercing, 3 slashing.
Alright.
You stop to like you realize you've hurt Jacob. You pause for a second, like, oh god, Jacob, are you okay? And then just like the thing just basically jumps on you.
You would think Nye would ask? He would not ask.
It's like, oh god, did you damage my sword?
No, he'd say, get the fuck out of the way.
Either way, he'd been distracted. Let's see. Let's go for. We're still facing Vivian, and it's not that smart. So it's only a Sahuagin after all. It's going to go Tooth and Claw against Vivian, and that's the bite misses, but the claws bite in deep for a total of 7 points of slashing damage from a critical hit. So
Ow.
I need you to pick a number between 1 and 100 for me, please, Vivian.
88.
88. Okay. There's my 10 dice. Oh, you do. It's 50, so you're fine.
How does that work with that one? Has he
I
got-
was thinking 50.
It's basically you pick a number between 1 and 100. I roll a d100. If it comes up with the number that you picked, then you get a lingering injury.
So still minus 7, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
And Ion, it's your turn. Live? Oh, there we go. Yep, that'll hit, and that is enough to crush that one's skull. Send it into the stonework, where it wriggles
Ew,
slightly
nasty.
whilst the brain tries to still send signals to a body that won't. Well, the body responds to signals from a brain that isn't working anymore. Okay, now it's the one that's facing off against Maeve. He's going to try to stab at him with his claws and fail, and then bite him and fail. Then it's the other one that's facing off against Maeve. He's going to go in with his claws and hit for 4 points, and then try to bite as well and hit for another 4 points. That's 8 points of damage total for Maeve. Vivian.
I am going to move here, and that makes him flanked, doesn't it? Yeah. Right. Could I give him a good old smack with my glaive?
He won't be flanked from there, actually.
Would you not?
No, because you're not
Front
either side of
Oh,
it.
you got to be either side, right?
Yeah.
Right. I'll turn the advantage off.
If you take one step to the right,
Oh, don't take that. I don't know what that would say.
if you move your character one square to the right, then you would be counting as flanking.
Oof, that's pretty terrible.
Yeah, that's not going to be enough to hit him.
Could I use as well action surge?
You can do if you want to.
Yeah. I've not used it before, so why not?
It's basically, what action surge does basically gives you one extra action in your turn. But you
That's
can-
what I was thinking, so I can use the action as another attack.
I just bear in mind that you only get it once, and then you need to do a long rest until you get it back.
That's fine.
Okay. But I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying just be aware.
Yeah.
Okay, that is enough to finish that one off. So that was a good choice. Okay, and Jacob, it's your turn. You've just seen the one that was in front of Nye get a glaive blade through its throat.
Cool.
You can
I'm
see
gonna
there's
use
only
one
two
of
left
my,
either side of Maeve.
I'm going to use one of my meta magics.
Twin fireballs.
Yes. How did you know?
Slash me looks at camera. Okay, so that is a hit for both of them. So I'm guessing the first one was the one on the top.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a hit against both of them. Nigh.
Yes.
You're gonna keep your swords out or switch to your bow? What you gonna do?
I'm gonna keep them up.
Okay. This one looks very weak now, but it's still alive.
Jesus Christ.
Maeve.
Still going. I gotta get this guy down.
Determined.
Yep. Completely and utterly focused on the mission.
Maybe a little bit too focused.
Yeah. Something with how you've been swinging it isn't quite right. The chain on the flail snaps. Maybe like you caught it on the stone face beside you, and it's like it didn't. These are snags wrong or something like that. But yeah, somehow you've managed to snap the chain on the flail.
I love the idea that the head of the flail just flies across the room, missing Ion.
Sure, why not? You've now got what is basically just like a stick with a bit of chain attached to it. There's a sad little tinkle sound as the broken link lands on the floor.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but whips and chains excite me.
Ion, it's your turn. You just had the spiked ball of a flail come screaming past your head and embed itself in the wall behind you.
Nice.
Maeve is looking somewhat depressed. It's hard to tell because he's been looking quite depressed since the spider encounter. And that is enough to finish that one off.
Bring back Idiot May 2018.
Wait, he went away?
I mean, now he's stupid serious and it's not funny anymore.
That was the Dower Maeve.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go, so you've finished off that one. Is there anything else you would like to do?
No.
Okay. So that's the one that is now dead. So the one that's left is one that is behind Maeve. And is going to go in with the claws. For 2 points of slashing damage, and then with the teeth for another 2 points of piercing damage. So 4 points of damage total, Maeve. Vivian.
Going to jump here, and I'm going to swing my glaive at
Yep,
this
you
jolly,
get
good
advantage on this one
looking
because you are flanking this one. It happens that Maeve technically doesn't have a weapon, so I don't know if it actually counts as flanking, but yeah.
I'm happy with that.
That is a heck of a hit. It cries out in pain as you open up a great rent along its back.
Sorry, I couldn't have that one back.
Jacob.
Right.
Can you send me that sample sound as well, please? For oh, it is my take stone.
Just like download Zedge or something and download it that way.
What's it called?
Zedge.
Zedge.
No, the noise thing that makes
Murloc.
the noise.
Murloc.
Murloc, cool.
Okay, the one that's left. So yes, you send a firebolt into its open, screaming mouth and blow off the top of its head.
Teamwork.
Jesus Christ.
Indeed. And that is a good point for us to then pause and take a break. So we're going to be back in about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes.
That works.
Yeah.
I just need to grab a drink and get my fang because I'm sweating my balls.
We shall be back in 10 minutes' time.
Oh,
Hello, we're back. A little bit later than intended, but we are back now. Okay, so the party have just finished dealing with some Sahuagin, which were yeah, I was going to go out and say the word. They were summoned by Maeve. No, I'm not saying it. They were summoned by Maeve.
Gargle on my balls, bitch.
Maybe later.
Now, I'd just like to press a theory here. I think that somehow these spirits in the water above are connected to these statues. Perhaps if we smash the crystals in the main room, something would happen.
Or we could just not touch the fucking statues and not have to fight anything.
Should we explore first and see what's around, so we don't get double teamed by
Exactly.
speaky
Finally, someone who's
punches
smart.
and whatever the hell's hiding around the corner?
That's a great idea. Let's go, bitches.
Is it free movement now?
Yeah, you got some freedom of movement, but obviously if I do shout stop, then please do so.
Yeah.
Shall we go up or left?
Let's go left.
Okay, hold on for a second. Let me just
Be
load mine
careful.
up again.
Last time I walked in one of these, it was a whoosh and a boop.
A whoosh.
Oh, stop! No, you. But there, you're okay to stop there.
Maeve.
So, Maeve, can I have from you, please? Oh, Jacob, do stop there, please do. Maeve, can I have from you, please, a dexterity saving throw?
Oof.
Well, this is unfortunate. You have a almost familiar sensation.
Aw, man. Gelatinous cube.
You are engulfed within a gelatinous cube, which means that once you're engulfed, you are not able to breathe, you are restrained, and you are going to be taking an amount of damage here as well. Where's my There it is.
I wanted dinner before I had my jelly for dessert.
It's fine, because this jelly's going to have you for dessert.
Nah.
Okay, everyone else can give a perception check as well, please.
Oof.
Not much better. Fuck.
Wow.
Okay.
You're just doing bad.
One more Jacob, perception check from Jacob.
Yep. Oh, wrong one.
Nice. No.
Oof.
Ooh.
You can't see nothing. You're standing there, it's like, guys, what are we looking for? Guys, what is it, guys? What are we doing? Harry, you've taken 8 points of acid damage.
All we can hear is amongst the tunnels.
Wait, can't we see him?
You can see him. He appears to be almost like he's floating.
Oh, I can't even see him. I'm around the corner.
Oh, wait. we can't see the cube?
You can see the cube because you can now that he's in it, you can sort of you can make out the shape of the fact that he is essentially suspended. Yes, and having worked with having encountered Gelatinous cubes before, you've got a familiarization with what to look for. When you see Maeve suspended in midair, you're like, oh crap, and then you look a little bit closer and you see that sort of like the petroleum shimmer in the air sort of thing. You're like, oh, it's a cube of gelatinous nature.
We're in
It's a
turn
jelly.
order.
You are in turn order at this point.
Vivian, go stick your big stick in there and get that idiot out.
What's Jacob
Are you
is
trying to say I'm a whore?
Oh no, Jacob was the last one to do his turn. So it's Nye is the first one to actually act. 'Cause
Oh,
I
Jacob-
don't just stick my stick in anything. I have
Well,
standards.
Maybe that's where you're going wrong.
This is very true.
I'm gonna. shit, I was gonna say, do we have any rope?
I think I know.
Because I was gonna see if I could put a rope on an arrow, fire it into it, and then that was
I have
the
some wolf
tug of war.
Just shoot Maeve with the arrow and pull him out.
Yeah. It's alright, he can't feel anything. He'll be fine.
Can you tie some wolf pelt together?
Just braiding a wolf pelt.
Oh yeah, sure. Just give me I don't know, 3 weeks.
Well, what are we gonna do? Think quick.
I'm just gonna shoot him.
Okay. That is gonna. Well, yeah. You nervous about hitting Maeve and not wanting, not being 100% sure if it's actually gonna work or not. And you think, okay, I'll skim along the back of him, and you manage to miss the cube entirely.
Think I'm worried about hitting him?
It's your turn.
How do you miss a big jelly cube?
So at the start of its turn, you get your regeneration and stuff, obviously. At the start of its turn, it takes. So that's. That's 14 points of acid damage.
Jesus Christ.
I would like to struggle to get out of the damn thing.
You can use your strength. You can attempt to do so. So yeah, you can try and get out. That'll be a strength check for you, please, or athletics. That is, you're just flailing around in the middle of this cube.
You should have waved your stick.
The classic cartoon element of like a trying to get out. It doesn't work.
Oh look,
for you.
he's happy.
It's the signal. Ion.
Yeah, I'm gonna try my best.
Okay, let's have a strength check from you then, please.
Can we remember if the jelly cube's flammable?
No, it just jiggles a lot.
Yep, that is enough to pull it out.
Pull Jacob out.
And you take 7 points of acid damage as you plunge your hands into the gelatinous jelly.
Sure.
I just dropped a dice. I'll step on that and break my foot later.
Not as bad as a Lego cube.
No. I'd rather step on a dice than a Lego cube. I'd rather step
Oh,
on
I love walking on Legos. It's so nice.
D4?
A D4 is basically a caltrop, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And you have pulled Maeve out as well, so there we go. And the gelatinous cube is basically just going to sort of sit there, jiggle weirdly, and fling out a pseudopod at Ion. And I don't think that's going to hit because we rolled a 14.
No.
Now it'll be a negative. Vivienne, your turn.
I'm going to come out so I can see shit. Oh, I see shit now. What was that? 10. So. I can't work out the squares on this.
No, hang on. I can make that a little bit easier for you.
Did you do something?
There you go.
Oh, that's
Oh,
fine.
that's actually really good.
Alright, so that's my final square there. Actually, no, I get an extra one, don't I? Right, so I'm going to, seeing as it's now empty, I'm going to fling a firebolt at it. Huzzah!
Okay, yeah, that's a hit.
Not for a lot, but it's a hit.
It's a very large creature. They're not difficult to hit. And Nye, you are about to be have a pseudopod fling out at you. There's a 15 hit you.
Wait, really?
Yep.
Is there another jelly?
Why don't you give me a perception check? Because I was going to say, after having been struck, you get a perception check. No, you're not entirely sure
By
where
the
it
way,
came
yeah,
from.
it hits me.
Yep. So yes, 12 points of acid damage you just take as a
Fuck me, I'm dying a goddamn.
splash of acid across your chest, sizzling away as it seeps into your you.
I'm going to guess there's one near us.
Okay, Jacob.
He is. Okay. So there's no one in the gelatinous cube anymore?
No, nobody in it right now.
Good. Do we bother attacking it, or is it just pointless?
I mean, you can see that there are a number of doorways available to you. It
What is
appears
it,
to be in the way of one of them.
What does everyone else think? Kill it?
I think that's the idea.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 5, 4, 9, 11. So these magic missiles just zip out from the end of your staff and fly towards the magic missile. So fly towards the gelatinous cube, just into it. It's very much like firing into ballistics gel if you've watched Mythbusters, and then the gel sort of like closes up around it again. It jiggles. 9.
Oh boy. If I roll perception, do I still get an attack or no?
You know, yeah. Roll a perception, and depending on what you get, it says whether or not it will set your bonus. If you crit fail on it, then it's your action. If you just fail, it's a bonus action.
Tasty.
Is there another fucking cube in here?
Oh, jeez, Nye.
Yeah. Fuck. I would like to disengage.
The moment when you ran into that room and stopped right there, I was like, oh, so close. If you took one more step, we would have had 2 of you in gelatinous cubes.
Yeah, I'd like to disengage, please.
You can do that. You can disengage. You're
Let
perfectly
me come
allowed to
back here
disengage.
like the coward my character is.
I would
I'm
like
gonna
to
end my
run
fucking
away,
turn.
please.
We run away to fight.
Change my underwear. Apathus Maeve,
Yes.
this is your turn. It is the start of your turn. Do whatever you need to do at the start of your turn. And decide what you would like to do for your turn.
I would like to attack it with. I don't have a weapon.
You broke my flail, you bitch.
Your flail was garbage. I'm going to take a step back and throw a javelin.
Have you not got a crossbow or something?
You know
that
you
works.
can use a javelin like a spear and stab. You don't have to. It's just better for throwing.
Does it have a reach of 10?
You don't have a reach of 10.
They don't.
No. Oh, you want to step back to throw it? That's fine. You can step back to throw. That's okay.
No, that's fine. I'll stay in base contact and just jab it.
Okay.
Give it a jiggle.
Yeah, that'll hit. It wibbles. Ion.
I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame at it. I doubt it's very agile. Take that.
So radiant energy erupts and bubbles through it.
Alright, there we go. I have a new profile picture on Discord.
And it licks out a pseudopod at you in response for 18 points of acid damage with a critical hit.
Jesus.
Me?
Yep.
Oof.
Vivian.
Right. I'm going to use Witch Bolt on this big old jelly thing up here.
I love Witch Bolt. It's such an underrated spell.
It's good because when they're like I can just leave it there, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, shame it's shit damage that one.
Yeah, so electricity arcing up and down its surface. For the moment, it's just going to sit there jiggling and frying slightly. Because it wasn't, it's just, it doesn't know what to do at the moment. Jacob, your turn.
Hey guys, what's that smell?
I don't know.
Mike,
Yes?
this is your turn, friend.
Sorry. Okay.
Dan, you'll have to show me how to remove things from my character sheet as well. At some point.
There should be like a, it should be like the word modify at the bottom right of whatever segment you're looking at. Is that the top one or the bottom one you're going for, Mike? Bottom one, okay. Nye, it's your turn.
Can I do that thing that you've been having your little aggravating fuckers over here do? Right, pop out of cover,
Yeah.
take a shot, and jump back in.
Yeah, you can do that.
Alright.
Yep, that's a hit.
Nice.
I did that to somebody yesterday, and I went airsofting yesterday, and I did that to someone. There was a sniper that had us pinned down, and my rifle, I was out of ammo on my rifle, so literally all I had left was my pistol. I had to like try and get back to where I'd stashed my ammo so I could refill it, and just stepped out with the pistol. And just took a couple shots and then ran, and apparently I hit the guy. But when I got back to the location after having reloaded, the guy was there before. Said, "You know, you got that sniper." It's like, what? And yeah, you took that sniper. As soon as you stepped out of cover and took them shots, he walked off. Fair enough. That works for me. Okay, Epethus May.
Continuing with the javelin as a kind of a means to an end.
Okay, don't forget to do what you need to do. Because I sense you keep forgetting to do what you need to do.
I really do, but I normally catch it after my turn.
Ion.
I'll...
That stung a little bit that last turn, didn't it, Ion?
Yeah, didn't enjoy it very much.
All it wanted was a cuddle.
Don't want to give it.
And to lay babies in you.
All these. Why does nobody ever want to cuddle the corrosive creatures? It's just.
I don't think my arms are long enough in my defense.
Corrosive creatures need love as well.
I'm gonna sacred flame it again.
Yeah,
But at the same time, love is pain when it comes from them.
love is pain. Okay, so again that isn't able to dodge, and it licks out a pseudopod and fails to hit. Vivian.
Carry on with my Witch Bolt.
Okay, so they should have
Done.
the whole repeat cast thing. You just be able to cast it again.
Just got to scroll up and find it.
Mm-hmm.
There's that one. That's the one.
Bazoot. So we only need the damage on that because of the way Witch Bolt works. It automatically is just arcing across. And again, it rizzles and razzles and frazzles itself,
I do like Frezzles.
quivering in that way. And where's the D20 goes? Yep, still stays where it is. It flicks out a pseudopod towards you, but it doesn't. It isn't able to reach. It's just it licks out several pseudopods. It seems like it's just flailing. Jacob, your turn.
Okie dokie. The same one.
Okay. Yep, that's that done. 9.
I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time.
Yep. You don't need to worry about moving yourself. If you're going to like move, shoot, then move back. Unless you're going to move somewhere else, you don't need to worry about moving your token for the person who's taking the shot.
Oh shit.
I don't know because I know what you're doing for it, so it doesn't really matter.
I mean, it's still I can actually see what the fuck I'm doing.
Okay, fair enough. And yep, so you're sending an arrow into it.
Alright, I will be right back. I have to go get some water, else my room's gonna get very noisy.
Okay. Maze.
Continue with the javelin.
Jabbing with the javelin. Yep, that's another decent hit there. Ion.
I'll continue with my Sacred Flame. The damage ain't getting any better.
It's not, is it? It's getting worse and worse.
This one is a D8, so it should be like averaging better than it is as well, which is a weird thing. But yeah, the energy courses and bubbles up through it. It appears to be this one has got quite a lot of bubbles going through it now. It almost looks like it's simmering. And again, it misses out as it flails out its pseudopod. And you manage to nimbly dodge out the way of that one, Vivian.
Yep. There we go. And again.
Oh, there we go.
Jeez. Is it dead yet?
No, but you know the really unfortunate and annoying thing is we only take the 9 because it's rolling because it's rolling another attack. It's not actually an attack it's done each time. It's literally just rolls the damage.
Because it's not aiming because it's already got the lightning
exactly,
done.
which is a very annoying thing. But what I am going to do is I am going to give it a little bit of extra damage against it just because you did get the crit there. But yeah, that one also looks like it's sort of starting to simmer a little bit as well now.
Cool. Foil jelly.
Once again, it is going to flail around with its pseudopods and fail to hit anybody because none of you are within range. Jacob.
Yeah.
Can jelly cubes move?
Yes.
They can.
In fact, if you look around this room, the floor seems to be incredibly clean.
Really? You think?
Yep.
I was going to say that's normally the heads-up warning for parties when they're about to encounter gelatinous cubes, but it wasn't mentioned when we entered.
Because you did kind of just like run straight in and go straight through there, and it's only this room, like the corridor and doorway bit. So where you came in, that area is not clean and spotless. It's this particular room. In fact, the area in the middle near Jacob, where Jacob is actually, that area in the middle, looks to be like maybe it's not quite as clean. Actually, where you're standing as well, Vivian, doesn't look as clean either. In fact, I'm going to draw out a space for you. Now that you've looked around for it, this is basically going to show you sort of like the area that isn't clean.
Would that make a difference in anything?
No, it's just going to might give you a bit of a clue maybe as to something. There you go. So that area that you're standing in there, that is an area that is not clean.
And that means there are no jelly cubes that will come in here because they are pacing round and round and round.
It means that they are coming to and from those small doors at the back, I would guess.
I say we don't go that way then.
My guess is they
wait,
move
wait.
by walls.
Actually, sorry, hang on, I've done that a little bit wrong. Because it would actually be that.
Right, you go.
Okay, okay, so Nye, your turn. Is he back yet?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, your turn, my friend.
Oh boy. Alright.
So that's another hit with your longbow into the one that's got electricity coursing up and down its sides.
Pretty good with the longbow.
Here's my question. If the arrows don't melt after they get inside the thing, doesn't that just kind of like link up inside after a while with the electricity flowing through it?
No, no.
Science lesson.
I
Wood
mean-
does not conduct. Wood does not
It's
conduct
more
electricity.
like the electricity is sort of like moving over the surface of the cube, and it's almost like it's frying the surface area of it off, and it's then using the jelly from within itself to then back up and bolster that surface area and surface tension, which is then causing it to shiver and jiggle in that way that jelly does.
I like jelly.
Maith, your turn.
Poke it with a stick.
More of the same.
Stab.
Diddly diddly.
You managed to plunge your javelin forward into an area where, right as you went to plunge your javelin in, it turned out you stabbed into a bubble, which basically just popped and left a wide open cavity in the side of this creature. The perfect depth for your javelin to do no damage.
Nice.
Ion.
Okay, force times.
You have
the
no idea how
charm.
hard it is to justifiably have somebody fail to hit something that's got an armor class of 6.
Yeah.
With a long stick.
It's really, really difficult to work that out.
I would have said that he kind of bulged out and kind of made room for it.
Yeah,
Dodged it, essentially.
Yeah, but
Pretty
yeah,
good damage.
7 points radiant damage. Yeah, that's pretty good. And this thing is now looking to be like it's almost like it's struggling to even hold itself with decent cohesion now. And it is going to flail out at you with a pseudopod, and it will hit you for 6 points of acid damage.
At least it's not 18.
Yeah, that one was a critical hit, to be fair.
Okay.
Vivian.
The lightning carries on.
1 point.
Not very well.
Okay. And this time it is able to now basically it's a more aware and awakened now at this point, and it will shimmel forward and fling a pseudopod out at you. I'm guessing a 6 isn't going to hit you.
No.
Okay, that's good because it does 15 points of acid damage if it had.
Oof. That would have hurt though.
So it hurt a lot of things. That would hurt even up to about level 9. Jacob.
Yeah.
You? Is this thing still alive?
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
it certainly appears that
It looks a bit
good hit.
crispy on the outside at the moment though, so I think we're getting close.
Looking a little bit more crispy now.
Well, the one that you've just flung the thing at, the one that's one that Iron and Maith are fighting, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just cause it to erupt into a burst of steam, basically. It just flashes into steam as the last moments of strands of cohesion it could be able to muster are stressed beyond their ability to recuperate, and the cube just melts away and evaporates and disappears through the cracks in the stones. It is defeated.
Sweet.
Aye.
Same thing.
That's a hit. Maeve.
Okay, I shall dash across.
this one
Give
was-
this one a jabbing.
Okay.
This is fucking useless.
What does it even do? Is it 1d6 plus 1? Okay.
Do you know the worst thing about this is that's piercing damage.
What are the chances, out of curiosity, that the Orky thingies are still back where we fought them? Because I know they had short swords. Maybe you can go and pick one of them up quick.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. I might do that. But, you
It's
know,
better than
let's deal
javelin.
with this first.
Yep, of course.
Ion.
Oh,
Okay.
We've got a lot of crits at the moment.
I mean, at least it's not like a crit miss. It's just
Vivian.
damage.
That's one of those things about resistance spells, isn't it? It's like
Okay,
you never. There's very few resistant type spells where they actually properly fail, because a lot of them, even if they succeed on their save, they still take like half the damage.
Yeah.
Not all of them, obviously. Like the cantrip ones, they tend not to. But it's
No.
that it's that is enough to completely evaporate that one as you Sith force lightning it to oblivion.
Sweet. That's what I like to say. Now, who wants
Does
to
it
kill it?
take to come out now?
Yeah. All clear. For the moment. Be cautious still, though.
Dan, do I still have some webbing?
You've got a bit of webbing, yep.
Can I please just unroll some of it over my chest, where I now have a sizable acid burn?
Do you want a wolf pelt?
You can use that to create a bit of a bandage, yeah. So it's not gonna heal you up for anything, but it certainly makes you feel better. You know, it's clean, it's sterile.
As opposed to a wolf pelt, which has been out in the dirt.
That's very true.
Oh.
I'll go heal Nye. Be thankful.
Jacob, can you heal anybody?
No.
Me not that kind of magic user.
Oh.
I set shit on fire. I don't heal people.
Oh shit. Okay.
Nice.
Now that's a good time to get grip.
Hey, now I'm above that. I feel much better now.
Right. Maeve, shall we run back and grab a sword for you?
That's actually a really good idea. Could I grab 2 potentially?
They wear short- they
you
wear
can
short
go and grab
swords.
yourself a pair of short swords if you want. They seem incredibly light. If you're used to fighting with something much bigger and heavier, so you're not sure if it's like if you're just because you're used to carrying something much heavier, that's why they seem so light.
Just for stat reasons, still 1d6, right?
They are, yeah. They're just short swords.
Right, what's the plan, guys? Where are we making a move to next? Are we going at top left, or bottom right?
Does anybody have a coin? Or something that's 3-sided?
Coins are 3-sided.
Do I rock, paper, scissors for it?
I mean, yeah, technically coins are 3-sided.
It's just one of the sides has a lot less chance. You need a triangle or a prism, triangular prism.
How about we just follow me?
Oh.
That works too.
I would check before every door. Just, saying.
Can I make a perception check if I can see any goose on the ceiling?
You can. Yeah, you can do perception for that. Yeah.
Looking at this, it looks like it's all the same path.
Yeah. This
Top
whole
end.
area. This looks incredibly clean. All of this floor area up here.
See, didn't mean to do that. That was fine.
Now, I don't mean to alarm anyone.
Oh.
Dan, can I take a perception check as to what I think this is?
Oh.
Can I take a perception check as to what I think this is?
Oh.
Dan, can I take a perception check as to what I think this is?
Oh.
Dan, can I take a perception check as to what I think this is? Dan, can I take a perception check as to what I think this is? Dan, can I take a perception check as to what I think this is? Dan, can I take a perception check as to what I think this is? Dan, can I take a perception check as to what I think this is? Dan, can I take a perception check as to what I think this is? Dan, can I take a perception check as to what I think this is? Dan, can I take a perception check as to what I think this is? Dan, can I take a perception check as to what I think this is? Dan, can I take a perception check as to what I think this is? Dan, can I take a perception check as to what I think this is? Dan, can I take a perception check as to what I think this is? Dan, can I take a perception check as to what I think this is? Dan, can I take a perception check as to what I think this is? Dan, can I take a perception check as to what I think this is? Dan, can I take a percep
Yeah, sure. You can do an investigation.
Oh,
Would it be history if I've ever encountered such a thing before?
What, of a chest? Yes, you've encountered a chest.
No. I'm talking about mimics. Would Maeve know what they are?
Well, yeah, I mean, May has encountered a mimic in the past as well. But this is a chest.
DK's being
It's
so
the chest for now.
Can I go?
Okay,
can I-
guys, get behind me. I would like to stand firmly in front of the chest.
Fat Dan's giggling to himself makes me
Just
worry.
like, it's half the things you do make me giggle to myself.
And I would like
We're so
to
fucking
jab
paranoid
it
because of you,
gingerly
Ben.
with my... I would like to try and attack the side of the chest with my sword.
You want to try and attack the side of the chest with
I
your
was going to say, kick it with your toe.
Because one of two things is either going to happen. Either my swords are going to dig into the wood a bit and I'll pull them out and be like, no, it's okay, we're good. Or I'm going to do damage to what I think this might be.
Fine, roll an attack, see if you can hit a chest.
nice.
If you can hit it, you can hit it.
Yeah, you've managed to successfully hit a chest. The
So the sword just digs in a bit.
the sword digs in, the lid pops open slightly.
I open the chest.
You beat the hell out of that chest. Good on you, mate.
The chest appears to be empty, aside from a peculiar row of daggers, all along the outside edge of the chest.
I use detect magic.
Fuck's sake, I attacked the thing and everything.
I don't use detect magic yet.
For fuck's sake, Dan.
Well, I mean, you
attacked the chest.
You did. You attacked the chest. And I'm not saying that the damage didn't take into it. I'm just saying it didn't show any sign of being wounded because it was just a chest at the time.
As soon
didn't
as
Panic and follow it in my
But
offhand.
it does pop up though. I just wanted to give because it's only because of the fact that you were the one attacking it. I was going to make it have a slightly delayed response to being attacked.
Okay, as soon as I recognise the
If
row
you're-
of daggers as teeth, I follow it with the offhand.
If you're going to very, very vehemently just meta the shit out of it and decide, oh, there's a chest here, I don't trust chests, I'm going to instantly attack a chest that was clearly being guarded by a pair of gelatinous cubes, if you're going to jump down that little
I will attack every
Friend.
chest you put. Dan, I've fought oversized chests before.
I actually think the last mimic you encountered was a book, actually. No.
it was
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it
The
was
last,
book.
Dan, I'm talking about a matter of course. You know which one I'm talking about.
Well, yeah, okay, right. In that case, if you're going to go down that route, then definitely the attack doesn't hit.
It,
What? I got it.
No, because you no. I'm taking it off you because you just referenced a different campaign.
Oh bullshit! Come on.
No, because you've just referenced a different campaign, which is then player knowledge, not your character.
Murder the
knowledge.
mimic. Let me murder the mimic.
No, not off this one. No, if you can still hit it, but it's not a crit. If you're gonna actually reference a separate campaign we're playing, I'm gonna give you a slap on the wrist for it.
This is the worst Christmas ever. It's not even Christmas.
You're a naughty boy, Harry.
Trying to protect my friends.
I'm not sure.
You're going to Azkaban, Harry.
You'd have been alright if you hadn't said, "Oh, in matter of course."
Damn.
You literally did it to yourself.
Right.
No, you've done this to me, Dan. Twice.
I mean, it literally says, while the mimic remains motionless, it is indistinguishable from an ordinary object.
That doesn't mean I can't hit it.
Okay,
You're
geez.
not in the meme. You're not in the meme where the party enters the tavern. You're not in that meme.
Take it.
Dan, we are literally in that meme. There is a mimic in front of us, and we just attacked it.
Oh, good golly.
Never has there been a situation where that meme is
Now
more appropriate.
everyone is just like flailing their attacks against it. Okay, so you got that. I'll give you that one as well. It's Vivian.
What are the chances that chest can actually move?
Vivian missed.
Oh, I guess it can move then.
Yep. Well, you couldn't quite get the shot over May's shoulder. You were nervous about hitting him. We'll give that as the reason. Jacob. Through the doorway, yeah. That is also it's just like you can't quite get the angle through the doorway properly. It's like sends it askew.
Fair enough.
Nigh.
I would like to use a fire arrow.
Okay.
Oh, actually, can I use perception to see if it's actually made of wood or
Nature check.
some other?
Nature check to see what you know about mimics.
Oh boy, is that going to count as a move, or are we doing the same thing where it's a crit fail? It's a turn.
Yeah, we'll see depending on what your roll says whether or not it's an action or a bonus action. You know it looked like it's made out of wood.
I'm still going to shoot it with a fire arrow.
Okay. Yep, so that'll hit it. Okay, so that's actually really good damage for your bow as well.
Mhm.
And then it does not get set on fire though.
Damn.
Maeve. Go for it.
Yep, going with the short swords.
Okay. Wait, are you using short sword in each hand?
Yes.
You can use one short sword because your hand is destroyed.
Ah, that is true. Which hand was it?
As your left
Right
hand was
hand.
destroyed.
No, left.
So, assuming that my right hand is stronger, then my main hand misses.
Yes, on that one it does. But to be fair, I did apply the previous offhand strike, so you still actually ended up being general net same output. Ion.
Over here, so nice.
I forgot to actually make his turn visible because I'm a genius.
Can you cast?
Oh, fuck. Sake.
Scorching. How many do I make?
Three raids if you're using it on first level. Sorry, second level, I should say.
Oh man, fuck that.
Bazoot, zip, bazoot. And it is now going to attempt to give a bit of a nomming to Maeve.
It even looks like his tongue's wrapped around Maeve.
It does. 16 gonna hit you, Maeve?
Yeah, then I hit.
Where's my DA gone? And that is 7 points of piercing damage. And 2 points of acid. Vivian.
I'm going to use Witch Bolt on it.
Zoot. Okay. Jacob.
Yeah.
Bear in mind that there is now an arc of lightning which is basically weaving around Ion and Maeve. So just make you guys aware of that one. That's 8. 9.
I should still have more of those poison arrows, correct? From the spiders?
I think you had enough poison to do 4 arrows, if memory serves.
Can I use one?
Yeah. So this will be your second poison arrow, so you have 2 left.
Yeah. Then how did we do it? Did we just do it like a standard longbow?
Yeah, just do the regular attack, and then I'll roll resistance for it.
Very nice.
Which nat 20 on resistance, so whatever damage it does doesn't matter.
Ah, It was not really so much the damage, it was the hope that it would kind of keep it from moving.
Oh, right, okay, gotcha. Mate.
Yeah.
Continue with the short swords.
Duh.
Short sword, duh. Motherfucker, what is wrong with this attack to hit? Nothing, it's just
absolutely
roll
nothing.
dog shit.
Just bad luck.
Yeah, just continuing the good fight.
Ion.
I'm just gonna come over to Maeve, grasp his broken fucking hand, and like try to fucking put it back together while using Cure Wounds
Okay.
at, first level.
I need to.
Could you use it as a second level instead? Make it a bit stronger, maybe.
I don't know, will that help?
Oh shit, I just read Cure Wounds.
What?
Dan,
Yeah.
does that apply?
No. It doesn't knit it together, and you don't get the healing back either.
Would mending do it?
Oh man. Oh man.
Mending might. Possibly.
Oh fuck, Maeve is
Yeah, I didn't even
Fucking
realise. It was
undead.
only until I read it afterwards.
Maeve is undead. Fuck.
Hey, what if we chop his hand off and then actually, like, stick the sword in the stump?
Can I do a fucking, what's the word, insight check or something to understand why my cure
You can
wounds didn't-
have an insight check as to why, when you're flooding all this divine energy into your companion and nothing seems to happen.
Stack
Yeah,
zombie.
so, well, yeah, I mean, like, you know for well, this doesn't make any sense. I mean, the only reason why he wouldn't be being healed by your healing magic is if he was either a machine or some form of zombie or something.
I just go pale and I'm like, Maeve, what the fuck?
And you do not get hit, do not get bitten. Vivian.
I'm going to jump behind, and my witch bolt will stop because I'm going to try mending its hand.
Yep. So it's a single break or tear in an object you touch, such as a broken chain link, two halves of a broken key, a torn clack, or a leaking wineskin. So what we'll say is on this one.
It's no larger than 1 foot.
But it is a bit more intricate than that. So, what? Just give me an intelligence check.
Oh fuck!
Yeah. So you know how to stitch things together again, but then you're seeing just like the mess of mangled tendons that is making up the back of Maeve's hand. You're not really sure what to do. You think if you had some time to sit down and do it, you could probably use your magic to knit him all back together again like that. But right here, doing it in the space of 6 seconds, you've got no understanding of how you can actually do that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Jacob.
Yeah.
That was a really good idea, by the way, Mitch. I really like that.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. It might not matter. Oh god, this is definitely going to count. Right, okay, this is a magic, isn't it? So, magic attacks. Come back here, D20. I need to actually be able to read you. Oops. Hit an unintended random target. Randomize all combats within 10 feet and roll a second attack roll. Okay, within 10 feet of the thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I can do a D8. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Roll another attack. How many hit points you got left, mate?
Probably not enough.
Have you got? I think you might be alright actually. Yeah. There you go. Just as you turn to see what Vivian's doing to try and as she grabs your hand, and as you turn, you move slightly and end up having a firebolt catch you in the chest that was clearly meant for the monster that is by your side.
Very well. That's 5 points of damage.
I've just done it, so I didn't take it off again. I've just done it to you.
Roger.
9.
I want this thing to die. I'm gonna go again with another fire arrow.
Leaning out of cover to take the shot, and that is enough there to finish it off.
Yay.
Look how big the token is.
It is a monster, isn't it?
When you see how big the monster is, and then how big the actual token. If I was to make this token, so it's the same size as your tokens,
You could fit that in 4 squares easy.
that is as big as it could be. That's as big as it would be if it was just like how big you guys are. I'm just zooming.
Admittedly, that's not quite really a monster though. That's like you'd look at it and be like, "Oh, it's so cute."
Yeah,
So
it's like
cool.
less a treasure chest and more of like a jewelry box.
Can you not make it into 4? Because that's more
I
like
think
it.
so. If I was to make it 4, that is it. As a 4x4 token, that is the size that it is. But because of the fact that it is just that thing, so in order to actually make it be a properly
You
intimidating
need
size,
8 grid.
I have to make it a 3x3 and then position it so that it is taking up a single space. It's really. Well, I think there are so many tokens that I've got that I really love, but just the sizing on them is just a little bit wrong. Okay,
You could
so
edit.
that's-
Can't you edit the token sizes then?
No, they are. Well, I could, but it would involve downloading it, editing it so that it has less of a border, and then re-uploading it. And I just can't bother to do that for every token.
I was going to say, if it's just the one, I don't mind doing that. But yeah,
Also, the fact that I don't use that mimic token that often, so it's just my favourite mimic token, but I don't use it often enough.
no, it's fair.
Okay, so that is then the end of that bit. So you have defeated the mimic as well as the gelatinous cubes. You still have got a bit of time, and we've still got a little bit of time as well.
Hey Dan,
To be fair, we can probably stop here though, because you've essentially cleared this wing of this area. If you're looking for a stopping location,
Yeah.
Did I just get the start of my turn again?
yes, you can have the start of your turn and have your little bit of extra hit points.
Thank you.
Dan,
Yes, dear.
how broken is his hand?
Basically, it looks a little bit like someone has just flensed the back of it and then gone to town on the tendons that it revealed.
Okay, well.
So he can still kind of like move his wrist.
He can move his wrist, yeah.
Can I combine my mending with my medicine check to try and fix it?
Yeah, tell you what, do a medicine check at advantage.
Okay, thank you.
Because you've already watched me try and fail.
Yep, so you managed to, it takes some time, but you use the various, your knowledge of how a hand should be structured, and your ability with the mending spell to essentially put his tendons back together again. It's not pretty at all, and even trying to heal up the flesh over it doesn't really seem to be working properly. It basically is a case of putting him back together.
And now he can use his longsword again.
Yes.
After I'm done, I'll just be like, Maeve, are you dead? And that's a good cliffhanger. Good night, everybody.
I
Thanks
think
for
so,
watching.
Yes. We shall indeed pick this up next week.
Yeah,
we'll also find someone to pass this on to as well. So thank you very much for joining us, and we're going to end the recording bit here so that I can get this uploaded onto Tube of Views. So we say bye bye to YouTube people. Say bye bye YouTube people. Bye bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.